Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Well, Guru, Jupiter, is the largest planet in this solar system and is the most positive and beneficial planet in our Kundli. The presence of a Guru in Kundli automatically corrects negative yogas. Jupiter is going to transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra on 2nd of March. It will transit out of Satbhisha Nakshatra and will transit in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which is a very interesting nakshatra because it portrays a divine world, a mystical world. The combined energy of Jupiter and Saturn here leads to positivity and spiritual growth. Now watch the entire video to know more about this nakshatra transit, but before that, please like and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon to receive notifications about the latest videos. Follow me on Instagram for more engaging content. So let's begin today's video, Jupiter transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Guru is the lord of wealth, knowledge and prosperity. Life without Jupiter is impossible since he is the Jivakaraka. Jupiter is the lord of Sagittarius and Pisces and has a wealth of knowledge. It will transit in the 25th Nakshatra on 2nd of March and will continue till 28th April. In the group of Bhadrapadas, the first one is Purva Bhadrapada. After 28th April, Jupiter will transit in Uttara Bhadrapada, which is the second of the Bhadrapada group. There are two similar groups, which are also known as Falgunis and Ashadhas. We can also call Bhadrapada an auspicious foot, which means walk of auspiciousness. It talks about its benevolent properties. Purva Bhadrapada is the start of a journey to divinity. Its residing deity is Aja Ekpada, which means either a one-legged goat or the one that is unborn. It is a form of Rudra and it is an extremely positive nakshatra but has duality. Embedded as a part of its intrinsic property, it is also represented as a person standing on one leg and has two heads who depicts unity and how the world exists because everything revolves around unity. But what is visible to us is duality. This nakshatra talks about black and white, cause and effect, good and evil. Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra has 4 quarters. 3 of the padas are in Aquarius and 1 is in Pisces. This means that it is controlled by 3 quarters of Saturn energy and 1 quarter is completely controlled by the energy of Jupiter. Now if you see, Satbhisha, another nakshatra in Aquarius, is Rahu's nakshatra. And first pada of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, a Jupiter's nakshatra, is after Satbhisha finds the transit of Jupiter. As soon as Jupiter enters this nakshatra, it enters into Aries Navamsha. That's the point to understand. The 3 nakshatras, Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada and Revati, is actually journey of Aries to Pisces Navamsha. This can be called as one final journey in a final Navamsha sequence from Aries to Pisces before life once again starts from Aries ascendant. When Jupiter transits in its own nakshatra, it has great impact on humanity. The energy of this nakshatra is so strong that on one side it is a saintly nakshatra and on other side it is an eccentric energy. It has a tamasic part. On one side it is benevolent and intelligent, while on the other side it is mysterious and represents occult science and tantra. The symbol of this nakshatra is the front 2 legs of a funeral cot. The beginning of the journey towards God is indicated by this nakshatra. And when Jupiter enters this nakshatra, it means that the journey is now towards another dimension. This portrays a leap of dimension for this entire world and humanity. And as soon as Jupiter enters Purva Bhadrapada, you will observe new and unique things in this world that you haven't seen before. Such reforms that you will not only observe in the world, but also in your own home in the personal sphere, and you will have to take the leap that you haven't taken before, you haven't thought before, and these leaps are not going to be easy. The placement of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra and its connection to Rudra Shiva and Guru's energy showcases how aggressive this nakshatra can be and how benevolent it can be. This nakshatra doesn't leave anything until it gains the entire knowledge. and Jupiter's presence in this nakshatra results in supreme knowledge and wisdom. Jupiter's presence also means that such reforms will be visible on a worldwide level, which will benefit humanity and an entire human being in the future. This entire civilization will be impacted by this. This is not only a technological leap, but also a spiritual leap that every individual will face. This nakshatra denotes the sacrifice of moha. Jupiter in this house will also seek a lot of sacrifices. Now you must observe where the Kumbh Rashi, Aquarius, is placed in your horoscope, and wherever the Aquarius is placed, those areas of life will demand sacrifices. If we observe the position of Aquarius with respect to Pisces and Sagittarius, then it is 12th from Pisces and 3rd from Sagittarius. You will have to put in a lot of effort through the sacrifices made by the house, the bhava controlled by Pisces. So this nakshatra transit of Jupiter will call for tremendous amount of transformation for both Pisces and Sagittarius zodiac sign, wherever it is in your chart. You will have to investigate your horoscope to find out where these two zodiacs are present in your kundli. If we consider Aquarius ascendant, for an example, Pisces and Sagittarius will control your finances, and as a result you will observe intense financial transformations. If we consider, say, Sagittarius ascendant, then you will have to put in efforts for your own happiness, which will require you to leave your comfort zone behind. Purva Bhadrapada is a fire that will burn down the body and carry the soul to a different dimension. The journey that a soul starts from Bharani Nakshatra, that is by birth in this dimension, is reversed by Purva Bhadrapada that carries you back into a different dimension, leaving all the material things behind, even your body. The energy of this transit is going to bring mystery in our lives. Teachers, healers, astrologers, thinkers, and scientists will have a great impact on society. Spiritual people and their teachings will be crucial for the growth of humanity. The next transit of Ketu is in Vishakha Nakshatra in Libra, and Libra is 9th of Aquarius, and when Jupiter will transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, its 9th aspect from Aquarius but from this nakshatra is going to fall on Libra. Let's break this down. Till 14th April, Jupiter's influence on Libra through Purva Bhadrapada will be independent from Ketu's presence in Libra because Ketu is in Scorpio. This nakshatra is whether you want to choose the side of light or the side of darkness. You will receive this knowledge, but to choose the path of light, it will demand spiritual sacrifice. You will have to leave behind your bad habits, face and then block the negativity in your life. And when Ketu will transit in Libra, Jupiter will be in Pisces and in Purva Bhadrapada's 4th pada. Jupiter will be 6th from Ketu. And if we observe from Pisces, it automatically becomes the dharma and prarabdha karma of Ketu. And at that time, Ketu in Vishakha will start segregation of forces and will ask you to pick a side. Our goal should be appropriate segregation of things in our life so that we can easily decide what is right, what is wrong, what is needed and what is not needed. This will create differences in society to a certain extent, but this will be a test for humanity to know if we can avoid the differences and stay unified or we are divided. And on this basis, Jupiter will decide the future of humanity. And on a personal level, this transit is going to be immensely spiritual and transforming. Everybody's life will change in some or the other domain, even if you are not spiritual. The level of spiritual existence varies from person to person. It isn't necessary that people who go to temples and chant mantras are the only ones that are spiritual. There are people who may consider humanity as their dharma. They believe in karma and they too are spiritual and will receive the benevolent aspect of Jupiter. This transit will require you to segregate and make two parts of your life based upon extremely important and essential, and the second part is not so important things. And everybody will have to work on a priority basis. If one of your planet is already in this nakshatra in your horoscope, especially if you have moon, lagna ascendant, ascendant lord in this nakshatra, then this is going to be exceptionally positive and yet life-changing for you, provided if you listen to the spiritual call of Jupiter. This will increase your intuitive power and provide you a soulful direction. When Jupiter will transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, the Sun is present in Aquarius and Jupiter is combust. This is a call for the soul to initiate the journey of light. Those who are the seekers of light will see light at the end of tunnel. Otherwise, this nakshatra will take an eccentric turn and will ask you for a test. And those who are not able to control the energy of nakshatra will start facing problems. This nakshatra will be extremely helpful in mystical situations and in writing. The possibilities of scientific discoveries and breakthroughs will increase in this nakshatra. If you are connected to any of these career fields, then you will observe a definite positive effect in your career and in your professional life. Now, let's look into some words of caution for each zodiac sign. Aries Ascendant. Jupiter is transiting in the 11th house of Aries, and this may result in change of wishes and no definite outcome even after hard work and a lot of effort. It is advised to handle criticism positively and to handle your marriage carefully if you are facing any such problems. Do not get into fights with your brothers and be careful towards the health of your elder brother, elder siblings. You may observe transformation in your income, changes in your source of income, and hence if you're planning to change your career or if you're looking for high paying job, keep putting efforts, keep pushing yourself, and you may receive the desired results. But you will have to take necessary reforms since things aren't going to happen on their own. Taurus Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 10th house of Taurus in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Your reputation may be impacted or you may feel insulted. Hence, it is advised to have a holistic approach. If there is a gap between your reputation and actual self, then this gap will be visible. Since this nakshatra isn't a materialistic nakshatra, do not keep expectations of materialistic benefits. Remember, Rahu is on your ascendant. You may not observe financial transformation in your career, but gaining proper knowledge related to your career may prove to be beneficial in the future. Take care of your father's health and work on wealth management. Gemini Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 9th house of Gemini, which is also considered to be the house of Dharma and Jnana. You may face a behavioral test because here Jupiter will decide if you will choose the side of light or darkness. If you are a Gemini Ascendant, Saturn is in your 8th house. And if you are a Gemini moon sign, then you are already running the Ashtam Dhaya, 8th Dhaya of Saturn since January 2020. And this is a test. If you pass this test, then it's going to be very positive and beneficial transit for you. Otherwise, various blockages may arise. Gemini zodiac sign may receive two extreme results in this situation. Jupiter's present in this nakshatra will also aspect the 3rd house, which is willpower, and this may result in problems related to traveling and taking decisions. So it is advised to be careful while planning something. Traveling to spiritual places and doing pilgrimages may bring positivity and blessings. Do visit Kashi. Cancer Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 8th house of Cancer, and this is a completely occult transformation for your zodiac sign. You may observe changes and reforms in your speculative income, finances, investments, taxation and insurance. Don't get into any fights and court cases. Your ascendant is ruled by Moon, so it's necessary to keep a track of Moon and its relative position with respect to Jupiter. If Jupiter in Aquarius is in the 6th, 8th or 12th house from your Moon during this transit, then you may face financial losses and it is advised to be careful. You may have to bring transformations, changes, steps related to your health and lifestyle to avoid any health issues. Take care of your health and investments. Leo Ascendant. Guru will transit in the 7th house of Leo in this nakshatra. The journey of 7th to 8th may bring huge changes in business and marriage, and it may also change the flavor of marriage from, you can say, left to right or right to left. Invest wisely in business, and before getting into a business partnership, understand the person and the business completely to avoid being backstabbed or cheated. Jupiter's energy explains that first understand the area completely, invest into technology, learn, and only then talk about expansion. This is a time to create a form and not expand. You may meet someone who can help you bring these much needed reforms in your life and business. Welcome this person with open arms and consider applying the suggestions, but don't trust blindly. Virgo Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 6th house of Virgo, which is the house of Prarabdha Karma. It is advised to indulge in spiritual chanting and puja so that the fire of this nakshatra burns the Prarabdha Karma. This chance will come again only after 12 years. Spiritual chanting, mantra jap will be extremely beneficial and positive during this transit. Paying off your loans, making payments through credit cards, clearing off your credit card loan, and paying off your debt through your income will be a part of this transit, and it will be considered a good effect of the transit. Leading a holistic lifestyle will have a positive impact on your health, resulting in a longer and healthier life. And if Jupiter is bad in your Kundali, it's afflicted, then you have to take care of your finances because you may face financial issues. Libra Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 5th house of Libra. Here we must consider growth and reforms in education, expression, learning, and divinity. Spiritual expression is crucial in this duration. Have a proper routine to improve your productivity and to make your business more efficient. Discipline. Discipline in your life is important to prioritize things effectively. You need to define every hour of your day and the purpose behind every activity. If you have kids, help them with their education. Spend time with them. If you're planning for childbirth, then rectify the doshas in your horoscope before planning the child. Academic learning in this duration will bring major financial gains in future, maybe after July, so start learning. Overall, this will be a very positive transit for your zodiac sign, but if you don't apply your learning efficiently, then you may face resistance, difficulty, delays. Scorpio Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 4th house of Scorpio, which depicts happiness, mother, country, vehicles, real estate, properties, assets. Your mother's health may face some issues, so take care of that. This will be a very positive time period for Havan and Puja in your home. You can bring changes and transformation in your house during this period, and it's a good time to solve your Vastu dosh in your home, in your property, in your office. In case of issues, chant Brihaspati Bij Mantra and Vishnu Sahasranam for benefits. Your mind may feel disturbed. The fire of this Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra creates intense pressure and it turns coal into diamond. Take care of your health and stay careful in cold climatic conditions. Prepare thoroughly if you desire to bring major transformations in your career. If you're planning to buy a new house, it is advised to first organize a puja in your home to pacify the negative planets in your chart, or consult an astrologer to figure out the right dates and the right way. Sagittarius Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 3rd house of Sagittarius. You can be a spiritual preacher and your spiritual capacity will increase. Focus on gathering knowledge and expand your creativity. If possible, visit nearby temples and go on a pilgrimage, Tirth Yatra. Your Lagna Lord is in this nakshatra and you can bring major reforms through your own actions. It's make or break moment for you. This indicates to fight for the right, standing for the right, and this may bring positive transformations in society. You have a good role. Take matters in your own hand to bring positive results, but be careful of sudden changes. Capricorn Ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 2nd house of Capricorn. Shani has already brought discipline in your zodiac sign, and it is advised to plan your finances well before spending them. If you are disciplined, then your finances will be utilized effectively and in the right sources. But if there is a lack of discipline, and Mars is also present in your ascendant or afflicted, then Jupiter will teach you through financial losses. You may observe food allergies, disputes in families, and unnecessary expenses. Correct your speech through yoga and self-corrections. Improve your Vak Shakti. Worship Goddess Saraswati and remember divine all the time. Speak words of positive affirmations and use constructive vocabulary. Don't use cuss words. Don't abuse. Aquarius ascendant. Jupiter will transit in this nakshatra on your ascendant. This is the time to pull up your socks and decide what you must do. You will face a dilemma while making this decision, but making the correct decision, irrespective of this dilemma, is also a job of this nakshatra. You need to burn to understand. Major transformation in life may arise, but few sacrifices shall also be made. Take care of your health and physical well-being. Also, try to help people around you. This will align Jupiter's energy in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra to the divine and the cosmic will. This energy will encourage you to indulge in research and will also inspire you to put your energy in the right direction. Utilize this force in a constructive way. Changing yourself, your attitude will bring positive changes in your marriage, business, while you stay aligned with your spiritual side will benefit your health. Pisces ascendant. Jupiter will transit in the 12th house of Pisces zodiac sign. This will impact your subconscious mind. Your ascendant is also ruled by Jupiter, and the last pada of this nakshatra falls in the sign of Pisces, therefore on your ascendant. Jupiter will convert your losses into profits. Import-export of services and goods may prove to be beneficial. This is going to be an extremely positive duration and life-changing moment, and your steps to pay off your debts may prove to be life-saving for you. The 12th house also denotes sacrifice and donation. Hence, it is advised to donate some part of your income towards good causes, social causes. Career-related transformation, settling in a new country, settling in a new city, and solving any blockages in marriage will be taken care by this nakshatra's transit. It's a very favorable transit for you, but remember, a part of your own energy will have to be donated. So donate your time, effort, and love with awareness. So friends, these were the tips for all 12 ascendants, and I hope you liked this video. Utilize the power of Jupiter transit in this nakshatra, in Jupiter's nakshatra, and always remember, seek the light. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay connected. Follow me on Instagram for reels and engaging content, and on Telegram for links to all platforms. For consultations, please drop me an email. I appreciate your time. We'll meet you in the next video. This is your host Puneet. Namaste.